Hey everybody, it's Adam from Encounter Wargaming, and there's been a few new things drop for Codex Space Marines, such as the Invictor Tactical Warsuit and Chief Librarian Tigurius. So I've bought a couple of these. I figured I'm going to open them up and show you guys. So as per usual, as I do, I try and get some of the new releases that are coming out, and so I want to unbox these guys, show you all the bits, show you all the sprues, talk about some strategies, tips, and tactics on how to use them, and just how to have fun. Now, the real gem here is the Primaris Invictor Tactical Warsuit. I'm just going to throw in Tigurius as well because he's here and I bought him. So if you're here for Tigurius, have fun with that. But I think for the most part, we're going to talk about when it comes to the rules and stuff like that, because this is a big new unit. Tigurius just got his Primaris upgrade, so he's like got an extra attack and an extra wound. But for the most part, he's Tiggy's Tiggy. He's just got a way cooler model than he used to have. But this guy, whole new deal for Space Marines, and it's going to change the dynamic of the way you play your Space Marine army for sure, because now you have a dreadnought that is going to advance deploy up the battlefield, and that's going to be crazy. So yeah, let's get in on these bits for all those model builders and converters, because I know you want to see what's going down with this boy. Yeah, there are plenty of conversion options. This is so Matrix right here. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. So let's throw it down on the table. We'll open it up. We'll crack the codex, talk about the rules for this guy, and have some fun with it. Let's do it. So first things first, let's get Chief Librarian Tigurius out of his box. So I've popped the plastic already. You get a quick little paint scheme on the back and a nice close-up of what he looks like. But man, let's see here. Classic, single sprue, 40 millimeter base. And yeah, just a single sprue. It's all right there. Let's get some quick zoom ins on this guy. Put his rules aside. But yeah, there. Here, let's do it like this. We got that sweet scenic base. Look at that. Stepping up on broken pieces of rubble, chaos bits probably. This sweet flowing cape right here, connecting to his cloak and his psychic hood over here. Brilliant. This sweet staff, amazing, being held at the hand right here. Just his fingers are on there, so you could do some cool stuff there. If you wanted to use him as a generic librarian, you could easily replace his shoulder pads, as they are separate. And if you wanted to keep the cool banner there, the banner itself does not have an Ultramarine symbol here, which would be the hardest part to scrape off, though it does say Tigurius. It has his name on it. But that's harder to discern. But there's your Ultramarines logo right there. That sweet open-handed arm. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be using those for things. And yeah, pretty sweet. I mean, if you wanted to convert this guy up, you could easily take off all the Ultramarine symbols and use alternate shoulder pads. So just the knee, the shoulder pad, the top of the banner, and I think you're golden for conversion's sake. You've got pretty sweet head too. Check out that head. Brr. Badass, all plugged into a psychic hood. Amazing. So there you go. So there is Chief Librarian Tigurius. We will of course let's switch over and check out the Tactical Warsuit. Here he is, the man, the legend, the sneaky dreadnought. That's not a dreadnought, I think. So well, we'll just have to verify that. I heard today he wasn't a dreadnought. Anyway, so let's open him up. Very cool box. You can see all the different weapon options, like his crazy flamer, his pistol heavy bolter. Love that. Cool different head options. I mean, perfect. You can open and close his roll cage. Beautiful. So let's open him up, get a close look at all these sprues, and really see what are we dealing with here. Great, so lots of stuff. We got his rules right there. We got the classic Ultramarines vehicle transfer sheet, same as it has been with the rest of the Primaris stuff. We have the same base size as the Redemptor Dreadnought, and here is his frame. So there we go. We got his roll cage down here. Very cool, all separate. His little radio and comm signal things right here. Sweet. Other parts of his roll cage. Brilliant. All right, some smaller bits for his legs and crotch and all that. So I imagine they could have just stolen a lot of these pieces from the Redemptor Dreadnought and repurposed them, resized the armor plates, which can all probably be easily done digitally now. Sweet heavy stubber bits. It's got a new style of foot, which is pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, this one's pretty easy to figure out. Not much stuff going on. And then there it is. There's this big autocannon. That is sweet. You could probably figure out a way to just convert storm cannons for your Leviathan Dreadnought out of those. There's your pistol heavy bolter. Super cool. There's the part of the pilot for that thing. Where's his front? Oh, there's your hand holding the heavy bolter pistol. There's the hilt. Amazing. A big flamer bit gun comes in a whole bunch of pieces there. And these heads are dope. Give you great new selection for your Space Marine dudes running around. Amazing heads there. It's got the kind of like an intercessor style helmet. More than like a Reaver one, even though the Reavers are the guys that infiltrate up. But the pilot is definitely in Phobos armor, actually. So yeah, they're sticking with that theme as well for the pilot. There he is, the sprue. Pretty straight up, pretty easy to figure out. This just, yeah, smaller armor panels, just lighter all around, so to make him extra sneaky. But let's dive into the rules and really talk about how this guy is going to change your Space Marine game. So here we have the rules for the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. He is an elite slot, and he comes base with a Fragstorm cannon. I had to actually figure this out, what all the guns were and where they are. I was like, seriously, where is the rocket pod on this? Where is the missile launcher? Whatever. This is actually the Fragstorm grenade launcher. So it comes with a single Fragstorm grenade launcher, a heavy bolter that is strapped to his side. He actually grabs it with the fist and fires it. The Incendium cannon or the Twin Iron Hail autocannon, those are replaceable. Probably try and magnetize that or something. Also, the 2 Iron Hail Stubbers and his Invictor Fist. Okay, so stock, he comes with the Incendium cannon, and that rounds him out to 131 points. If you upgrade him to the Twin Iron Hail autocannon, then that's another 5 points. So it'll be 136 for the autocannon, 131 for the flamer. So the autocannon and the flamer are the 2 new guns. So the autocannon is 6 shots at strength 7, -1 AP, 2 damage. Not bad. 48-inch range. Amazing. I mean, 2 damage flat is coming pretty standard on a lot of things these days, so good to have at least the 2 damage to make other Primaris players feel worried. Now, the what's it called? Incendium cannon. It's a 12-inch range auto-hitting weapon, which is amazing. So first off, you can overwatch units to try and charge you. With the flamer, there's no more hiding outside of the 9 inches, which makes that very nice. It also means you are very likely in range first turn, because this guy has a crazy rule: concealed positions. So you can set him up, advance deploy him on the battlefield before the game starts, 9 inches away from the enemy deployment zone and enemy models. Super cool, super helpful. Let's cover his stat line. So he moves 10, hits on 3s for everything, weapon skill, ballistic skill. He's strength 7, toughness 6, 13 wounds, 4 attacks, leader's fate, 3+ saves. So very similar to a Redemptor Dreadnought, but lower strength and lower toughness, and he moves faster. The Redemptor only moves 8 inches, I think. This guy moves 10, which is really nice. He still has a big explodes, so 6-inch range, D6 mortal wounds. When Redemptors explode, it's very nice if your opponent is close by. And so how does this guy change? How does this guy change your game? So he changes your game because now, all of a sudden, For 131 points, you're sticking 13 wounds 9 inches away from the enemy. Take 2 of them, 262 points. With flamers, bam, bam. Now you have 26 wounds in your opponent's face, eating up 2d6 strength 5 AP -1 shots if they try and charge you, or if you are charging them. Even on Overwatch, you're auto-hitting. This is making orcs terrified. In a second, we will cut to some stratagems that may be helpful for this guy. But there you go. This is definitely laying on the pressure first turn for your opponent using the sneaky dreadnoughts. I mean, you could get 3 of these guys. Let's see, times 3 real quick. Oops. It's 131 times 3. It's only 400 points for 3 of these guys to be frontline against your opponent. Amazing. I mean, you take that and a Leviathan, 800 points, you got 4 dreadnoughts and a lot of shots coming at your opponent right there. He is starting to get real terrified. And they're not too shabby in combat either, right? Like, you're swinging with 4 attacks if you're charging, or you're getting charged that turn. You got your Angels of Death. That's 5 attacks. And yeah, I mean, like, man, you and you're doing what's his fist. It's flat 3. So the Redemptor, the difference would be that the Redemptor's D6. This guy's a flat 3. Still dangerous. Flat 3 is very consistent. That's what we like to see. What else? Here's something to note. He is not a Dreadnought. So there is a stratagem out there. For 1 CP, your Dreadnought takes half damage. Okay? This guy is not a Dreadnought. He cannot take this. This is a tactical Warsuit, specifically said right there in the keywords. So don't try and get sneaky and use any Dreadnought stratagems on this guy. So let's, in that vein, let's sneak over to some stratagems that may be useful for your Invictor tactical Warsuit. So here are the stratagems, and I've actually pulled open the Ultramarines Codex supplement, because here are the 2 stratagems that I feel like will benefit the tactical Warsuit the most. The first is defensive focus, and this is especially if you're running 2 or, I mean, ideally even 3 of these guys all together. So for 2 CPs, if somebody's chosen to be charged, then for 2 CPs, you can select up to 3 Ultramarines units that are more than 1 inch away from the enemy unit and within 6 inches of the targeted unit. And the selected units fire Overwatch at the charging unit as if they were targets of the charge. So this is the Tau stratagem. So now you fire Overwatch like Tau, which is crazy. And if you have 3 of these things sitting together, each of them with flamers, that's 6d6 auto-hitting heavy bolter shots right in your face. Orcs do not like that. Sure, charge me with 30 boys. Why the heck not? It's not going to be fun for you. So another one that I think may be helpful is the fall back and re-engage. So you can jump out of combat for 1 CP if you are true Ultramarines. For 1 CP you can jump back, you can shoot your flamer again, and then still charge back into combat. And I think that is really awesome. So those are the 2 stratagems that I feel like are going to benefit the Invictor Tactical Warsuit the most. And so have some fun with that. Try it out. Try some new things. What do you guys think? Are there any other stratagems in here or other chapter tactic combos that would really help this guy out? Of course, something to note is turn 1, all your heavy weapons will have the Devastator Doctrine, so they will be AP -2. That's all your Iron Herald Stubbers. That's your autocannon. That's your flamer. All that stuff. All that stuff is heavy. Actually, let me just check to make sure the flamer is heavy, but I think it might indeed be. So, but having that extra AP really makes these guys extra scary. There's the Incendium Cannon is heavy. Man, that makes every single gun you have AP -2 on turn 1. That's amazing. So this guy is a real beast. That having that extra AP as well on that autocannon just makes him so scary with that damage too. And so there you go, guys. That's the Invictor Tactical Warsuit. Let me know if you have any other cool combos, stuff that I've missed or stuff that I've gotten wrong. I'd love to hear from you. Let's chat about it. Let's nerd out on the new Space Marine stuff. I've got my stuff. I'm painting it up as quick as I can. All this new Primaris stuff. It is a fun time to be a Space Marine player. Everything got better. Even these guys right here, Reavers. I've had a box sitting on my hobby desk for a year because I bought them right when they came out and they just sucked. I looked at them and it was just like, these are garbage. I even painted 6 of the easy builds. It's like, oh, so frustrated. So I'm stoked that Reavers are like half decent again, and so we'll see where that goes. But guys, that's it for now. If you like this video, would you jump down there and hit subscribe on YouTube, hit like and hit the bell so you know when future videos come out. Also guys, would love it if you really like this video, if you could just go down there into the video description, click on our Patreon link, support everything we do here at the channel, bat reps, tutorials, stuff like this, and much more. So that's it for today, and we will see you at our next encounter.
Like a monkey in a rocket on his way back home. Okay.